All right. Bronson, my man.
Yeah, that's right.
What is
Billy?
up, dude?
Good, man. Good.
Good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
It's been 3 years.
3 years.
Bronson has been our neighbor for, he moved to Hawaii 3 years ago, and it was our neighbor for about 5 years, yeah?
Yeah.
Whenever, yeah. And so we met through our ladies,
Yes,
yeah? What is the story, kind of?
So we met your lady. Me and my lady met your lady at the lake. I think you were there actually.
Paris.
Lake Elsinore.
Or Lake Elsinore, yeah.
Lake Elsinore, and we met you there through a mutual friend.
Yeah.
And geez, it's kind of been history ever since. Our ladies have kids who are same age, and
right.
They went to school, and they kind of became best friends since then. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
You're a veteran.
I'm a veteran. Yep.
Yeah.
I was in the Army Reserve for 12 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. Yep. Loved it.
So you moved to Hawaii a few years back. Loving it. Everything's good out there. How's everything been out there?
Everything's good. Going good with work and everything with family. The people are awesome. Politics kind of suck and everything out there, but it seems the people, they're starting to wake up a little bit and figure out what's been going on and want to take back their lives. Quite frankly, great folks live there. The people from there and the people that's moved there. Very family oriented atmosphere.
Yeah.
With everybody there, generally speaking, and a great place to be and to raise kids, and just got to keep the riffraff out.
Yeah, it's the dream for me. I mean, get away to an island, and just live a way simpler life, and make every day count. I really don't think people really understand that statement, like this whole boring thing, that's a luxurious perceptional warping of what's going on here.
Yeah.
It's a blessing to be here, number one. And number two, we need to fill our day with constructive, healthy, good habits,
Yeah, 100%. We should always be grateful to be here.
Yeah.
Grateful for everything that our Creator, whoever that is, for
right.
each of us, has given to us, and to not take that for granted. And being in Hawaii, away from a lot of the glitz and glamour of the fast life or the city
right.
life, gives the opportunity to really reflect on that.
Slow down.
Slow down and take it easy, and cherish your family and cherish those simple things, like you say, Billy.
Yeah. And so me and you, I feel we always had some good chemistry, because it seems like you've always had your ear to the ground as far as what's going on, on some geopolitical stuff, in the world and with laws coming down the pike and our education system, and really knowing that we're under a slight attack.
Yeah.
The years leading up to 2020. 2020 hits, and it's like, boom.
Yeah.
Now it's in your face, because people like us, I feel, there's a lot, but before 2020, we could navigate. We can navigate quietly, kind of knowing, what's going on behind the scenes, but we could still navigate life in a fairly blissful manner.
Yeah.
2020's here, lockdown, quarantine, mandatory vaccines, just all of these things that are now just front and center. We can't even avoid what's happening right now.
No. No, we can't really. It's always been like we're kind of, the silent majority's been out there, and that's why we saw President Trump win in 2016. It's
right.
a silent majority. You didn't see it before, and the silent majority is just done being silent.
Yeah.
We realize our liberties are gone, and quite frankly, it's an attack that's been happening for some time.
Exactly.
And I kind of liken it now to a second American Revolution.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to say Civil War, because I don't believe that there are two sets of Americans. I think there's one set of American. I think that American person just needs to, some of them maybe wake up.
Yeah.
Maybe kind of see what's really in front of them in black and white, and just read and look and see what their common sense tells them, because I said this earlier, ignorance is a choice nowadays. I mean,
Right.
everything for
So
you
much
to know is out
information.
there.
Yeah.
And you can, it doesn't take very long to read about a few things and understand that a lot of what we're hearing just doesn't make sense.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's very surprising that, people aren't willing. You could put the articles in their face and they still won't read them.
Yeah.
Or they'll read them and say, oh, well, I still got to put my mask. I still got to, do whatever they say. There is a curfew. We're not allowed to get together for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there's something else that the narrative is so strong that it's like you could tell someone point blank that, no, look, I have research that shows this is not the thing to do.
Yeah.
And they're still going to do it.
It's sad, quite frankly. The mainstream media
Yeah.
and big tech have
Right.
really taken advantage of the American people and using their position as a megaphone, if you will, for the government or for those who have and can give. They've abused that. They've
Yeah.
abused that megaphone. They're just and they suppress other voices. But what we hear from most of them all the time is the same message. That this person's bad.
Right.
This person's bad. This person's bad. You can only do this. You can only do this. You can only do this. It's not a afraid of a choice thing anymore. It's if you don't do this, you're a bad person thing.
Yes. And this is something that I've been kind of coming up with lately is that and it's always been this way, but just to really clarify, to simplify what's going on, it's like you could have, let's say you or I put on a speech and you have 5 different news channels there. They're all going to show a bit, a part of that speech and then add their context onto it. Real news would just simply show a clip of the speech and on to the next story.
That's
no
right.
No context.
Yeah.
No narrative behind it.
That's right.
You show it and then you allow your audience then to arrive at their own conclusion.
There you go. You got it.
But that's not happening. And so, for me, it's like, okay, well then that's what now we have to address that.
Yeah,
That's what we have to address.
That's right. That's right. And guys like you doing these podcasts, you're the news now.
And
it's not mainstream media. They're not news. That's
Right.
just a mockingbird doing this thing. That's all they are. But regular citizen, the citizen press,
Right.
the free press of the citizens is what's getting the real news out there.
What do you think, just in a 30,000 foot view, what do you think a good solution is to maybe, turn the course back and,
Well, gee, I think number one, we all have to go back to our basic message of love for each other. I mean, that's that.
Yeah.
I don't buy into the fact. I told you this. I don't buy into the fact that this is a racist country. I don't buy into the fact that it's a hateful country. I think Americans love each other, and I think Americans love everybody.
Right.
There's always a bad apple, but I just generally don't think that that's the case. And I think we really need to take it on the 30,000 foot level, look at our own family units or our
Yes.
own social units and who we love and our loved ones, and not take them for granted. And I think that'll build a foundation for being a good member of society, a good community member, someone who loves their fellow man in the community and who will take care of them. And these are the basics of a government unit. Our government's corrupt. That's got to be dialed back. We know that. But as a 30,000 foot level, it starts with us and in the heart and our family units. And I think teaching our children the right way to do things, meaning we love each other and we take care of each other. And
we need to spell out what freedom is.
That's exactly right.
I feel
Yeah.
like we need to take it back and begin spelling out what freedom really is, because somehow we've gone off track here.
That's exactly right.
And so the Nuremberg trials were a real thing that happened not too long ago, if we're in the real scope of things, okay? And this is prevention of human experimentation.
Yeah.
This is a right. This is a base level. No, you cannot do this, okay? And now there's talks of mandatory vaccines, and it's like, oh, well, no, maybe it won't be mandatory, but your employer will have to make you.
Right.
Okay, well, then you've just checkmated all of us into participating in your human medical experiment.
Yeah.
And there needs to be protections for opting out of that,
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Now that's an issue that's just you know, very deep, and I don't think America really got a chance to even debate about it until
Right.
it became the forefront of life right now with this whole COVID-19 thing.
Yeah.
But that's a little bit scary, and I think, you know, honestly, the only way that this doesn't happen to us, Billy, is if we the people stand up and tell them, no, we're not.
That's it.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's really no other way. There's no other person who's going to speak for us.
Right.
We got mouthpieces,
Right.
But that's just a mouthpiece. The strength comes with the group, the we the people,
Yeah.
the us, and that's the only way it's going to stop is if we stand up and tell them it ain't happening.
It is community. It's the opposite of what they're telling us. Isolation, stay away, 6 feet, everyone's a risk. No, we need community more than ever.
Exactly.
We need to have these conversations more than ever with your neighbor, with your family.
You've been saying this from the beginning.
You need your elders.
Yeah.
What other civilization would have an external force come in and say you are not to communicate with your elders because it's risky?
This is unprecedented.
So we need community.
That's right.
That's it. That is the key. It's all of us standing up and saying, no, that's enough.
That's it.
Love it.
Right
You want to say anything else?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Thanks.
Hell yeah.
Right on, brother.